Welcome to the Bank of Commerce Real Pro system. Today we're going to do a quick training on entering in a listing. There's two ways to enter in listings. It's manually and automatically. And I get questions all the time. Hey, could you do a quick training for a real estate agent? Show them how easy it is to enter a listing. Absolutely. So here we have Craig Harris's account. This is my brother. I just set this up in a previous training, and as you can see, there are no listings yet. So let's get one in. Let's do this. Let's do this both ways. Actually, let's just add the listing by MLS ID. So right here it says Add Listing by MLS ID. You're just going to click on that, and we're going to add one of Craig's REO properties that he's marketing. Craig sells a lot of homes, but he sells them at about $20,000 a clip. No lie, this particular property that we're talking about can be found on HUD Home Store. It's a HUD. Craig happens to be the HUD broker. This property is $20,000, so it's kind of funny. So make sure you use the MLS ID and zip code. We have a couple of feeds, and it'll pull up every listing with this in it. If you don't put the zip code, you may not get your result. Click on the search button. It takes a second or two, and it'll find your listing. If it doesn't, let us know if that happens frequently. Now, if you put a listing in, it's not going to be there till it shows up on our feed. Many of you, we have like the Oodle feed, or we have Gov Listed that we work with to feature listings there. We have a lot of MLS feeds. If we would much rather have your MLS feed. We have no trouble becoming sponsored. If we don't, and you're seeing any data issues at all, please let us know. Absolutely, we will get your feed set up through the MLS. MLSs love the model because we try to drive traffic back to you and try to drive all the leads right back to the agent. So, but in this case, Craig, we do have the feed. Craig is the listing agent. I am the agent for this listing. He clicks, and then what it's doing right now is it's just grabbing the photos and the information about the house. It's just going to move that directly into our control panel, and it's going to create a URL. In this case, it created 2826 West Hillcrest. There's two W's. It must be the way Craig entered the listing. So let's get rid of that second W. We're going to go ahead and enable this listing, but we're going to scroll down before we save. These photos are what we call in the green, which means they are pretty high quality photos. So if you see red photos, you might want to manually enter them with better quality photos, because remember, we're creating YouTube videos and virtual tours, right? When you get to this section, we put this little guide here that says, you know, sort of make sure your photos are big enough. If they're in red, that doesn't mean stop. You can go on, you can move on, you can go ahead and enable it. It won't affect anything, but you might as well make sure they're good photos. It only takes a second to upload. You can then name all your photos. If they were already named, it'll pull them in. If they weren't, then it won't. So you can feel free to name them. It's always better to name them. It creates SEO. You could always put rear photo, or I mean, if you're really focused on SEO, you could do this: 2826 Hillcrest. You know, you could do something like that. That would create, if you got an extra minute or two, that creates some optimization power for you. Then you want to make sure that you get all the information in here. This is the address. Now, what you'll see is that we don't have all the information on this particular property. That's fine. You can enter the rest of the information. Again, it only takes a second. We think you should enter the description manually anyway. So let's go ahead and do this one. This is Montgomery County for sure, Ohio, 45406. The property type is single family. This is a resale. It's not a new. It's for sale. The price is $20,000. The property is 1,250 square feet. It was built, we actually have it up, it's actually 1266, and it was built in 1941. I actually pulled it up on HUD Home Store. So it's 1266 and 41. It has 3 bedrooms, 1 bath, 5 total rooms. let's just put that, 1 full bath, 0 half bath. You know, you can add amenities, 5 rooms. You can put things like garage and other things. This looks like it has a detached garage, so you could put in as an amenity, detached garage. Now, the description is where you can get creative. There's no reason that you can't put for a list of HUD-owned homes called Craig Harris at 937-313-467, or visit my site at www.reo365.com to schedule a closing, or to schedule a showing. Call, and then maybe you've got a showing desk like that. You can also, and then you can put the description in. This is fantastic SEO. It creates leads and it works. Now, you're not allowed to do that through your local MLS, but if you manually enter things through is now listed, you can do that. Remember what we're doing here. We are taking your listing and we're putting it everywhere, right? And everywhere it goes, the words you write here, they're going to show up everywhere, right? So you're indexing your name, your phone number, your website address, your showing schedule, your web address, whatever you want to put in there. And then you can always say, you know, hard case number, whatever, and then you just click save. And then that is going to do all that work for you. Now, that was how you enter it automatically. Most times you get a lot more information in, but this is fantastic that it worked out this way, so you can see exactly how to optimize that listing. Then you just click enable and save, and boom, 2826 West Hillcrest will sell fast is ready to go. All right, if you're entering listings manually, let's just go back to our dashboard and let's just add a listing manually. And it's the same exact form, only the photo uploader is in page 2 of that. Okay, and you'll just click on that photo uploader, and let's go back. Let's just show you how that works. It's really simple. Let's go back to that incomplete listing that we just did in Hillcrest, and let's just hit that edit button, and here we are. I never actually enabled it. It's very simple. You just go to your computer, select the folder that it is in, and then you just pick the picture. So I don't have an actual photo here, so let's just pick a picture, and boom, it just uploads it. You can pick 10 at a time. Obviously, we don't want the basketball picture, but you get the idea. And let's just save this and get rid of that photo. And then let's do some other things so you can see a little bit more how this works. You can actually move these photos around. So maybe you want a different order. The good thing to know about moving photos around is when your flyers print out, the first photo is going to be the main photo on the flyer. The second, third, and fourth photos are going to show up on the flyer, right? So make sure you put these first 4 flyers in photos in an order that you might want them to appear on the flyer. All right, well, that is entering a listing manually and automatically in the BOCM REAL Pro system. See you on the next training.